Hello, I'm Sarah or Saffy. Just quickly, I've got a CD for sale that's my children's poetry and stories, which is £3. It's raising money for my kids' school who are desperately in need of books. So that's there. Right, I thought I would actually start with a protest song thing that I've written. It's called Sneaking It In. They sacked the board of governors today. They sacked the school governors today. They sacked the board of governors as to academies. They said no way. But the change politicians sneaked anyway. They are sneaking privatisation in. They are sneaking privatisation in. Oh, I would say it's such a sin, but I'm told it's big society for the win. They are sneaking privatisation in. They think education for us all is a bore. Education for us all makes them snore. Education for the rich, but not for the poor. And the middle classes will be mopping the floors. They are handing us back to the church again. They are handing us back to the church once again. For who steps to educate the hullabaloo? Who has the money and the how-to? Of course, what government wants plebeians with 3/4? Who wants the plebeians stepping forth? Who wants the working class to get that uni pass, showing that privilege is up its own? Oh, they sacked the board of governors today. They sacked the school's governors today. And I wonder how many would have said no way, or would have if we'd been asked anyway. Thank you. That was the first time I've done that one. And I'm going on a political theme at the moment because I was looking at all my political poems for not the Oxford Literary Festival in Oxford on Friday that I went to, funnily enough. So this next one is NHS SOS. The NHS is in distress as politicians make it an even bigger mess. Sneaking in privatisation, sector competition, erosion of health service is their mission. Doctors who say, hang on a mo, are told they will have to go. Such cost-cutting measures will kill this most auspicious of national treasures. Let's hope the politicians stop before this nation is left to rot. This next one is hopscotch, and I apologise to those who've heard it before. This was written in response to some newspaper articles about police cautioning children and teenagers for playing hopscotch, and the more I looked into it, the more cases there were, getting increasingly worse, including them being done for graffiti, for drawing with chalk and things. So it's called hopscotch. Here's some chalk, now go and play. Hopscotch was fun in my day. A small child smiles up at his mum, then runs outside in the sun and begins to draw the hopscotch grid. When out pops his friend Sid. Then there's Martha, Mary and May. They've all come outside to play, throwing stones to mark their pace. The hopscotch moves on apace. That is until sirens rent the sky and two burly police come to spy and tell them that their game's a fraud. scotch, it turns out, is against the law. And so with tears they must scrub away chalk with which they should play. Stupidity is hung in huge great measure, stealing away childhood treasure, whilst prisons burst at the seams, police downsize crime to please those powers that be, so that they can get more votes, seizing the UK securely by the throat, sweeping troubles under the rug by proclaiming a 5-year-old thug. And so without childhood games, I predict arson flames as our youth grows in discontent, violence shows as anger's vent. So please, I beg government, sir, why not let childhood naturally unfurl, and all those games of yesteryear be played in our streets without fear? Just a little warning, the first time I read that out, the next day London was pretty, well, there were buildings on fire and lots of shops had been ransacked, so it was a bit... Here we go. This next one, another political one, you can see I'm rolling on a theme here. It's called A Recipe for Riot. Take one apathetic, peaceful, book-loving student body intent on learning. Tenderized with cuts and broken promises. Optionally add agent provocateur stroke thug type. This speeds the reaction, but is not necessary due to using the kettling technique, guaranteed to bring anyone to a slow, violent boil. Sprinkle in a portion of police, ill-equipped and vulnerable, causing trigger-happy reactions that seem justified. Add flavour. Leave to simmer with the odd bit of baked stroke sacrificial target to get the crowd proving. Knead in naive youth quick to follow the flow. After it swells to double the size, bash it down. Season with paparazzi to bring out the incite to violence for the perfect photo flavour. Add a match of voila, the social flambe riot. Garnished by only reporting the juiciest, politically approved bits to the general public. Served piping hot and full of vice and lies. And my last one is No Slave Wage, which is my workfare poem, which is what Dan was talking about earlier. No slave wage, fade with down commercial drain, human rights you bend, bring wrath of pain. Terminally ill ain't catching, government snatching, child under the poverty line, fine for not being on time. Swine crime on the rise, cries in the night of destitution, prostitution of limb and more, leaving life stretched and raw. Time sinking backwards, reeling, hear the keening, ghosts that fought for freedom in and out of this United Kingdom. Sever hand that feeds, jowled, gluttonous banker, ignored by political... But who steps before? Who gives the roar? Stop, think, this policy stinks. Don't blame the other for running for cover. Your hands are stained no better, and suicidal teens don't get much deader. Youth terror, master error, as this economic storm is weathered. Sink, swim, desperation cling, shame-filled pill kills, work for no wage, the government say. I say, stand up and be counted. Attrition is mounting. Write that damn letter to your MP. Do it electronically. Again, I remind you, as they work for you and my society, because the word be mightier than the turd. Scream and rant. 21st century slavery should be banned. Think you can't change that with words? At least try. Please tell me you didn't. Just ask why. I've got some business cards and things. I've got lots of my pictures and illustrations and things on if anyone wants to know. No, they're all going to run away. Okay, never mind, bye.